Welcome back to Dakota Arena, game number 2 in the Hockey for Life Classic 2021, and it's the Lakeville North Panthers to our left in the black. The record of 3 wins and 2 losses, taking on the Prior Lake Lakers at 4-3. This is a matchup of 2 South suburban teams. Lakeville North 3-1 in the conference. Prior Lake 2-2. Starting goaltenders for Lakeville North, Finn Jacques getting the start. He's gone all the way for Lakeville North this season, 3-2, 14 goals on 101 shots. Goals against is 2.81. Save percentage is 86.1%. And for Prior Lake in the goal to our right, Trevor Boshi, number 1. He has also gone all the way for his team. 13 goals on 146 shots. Goals against is 1.86. Save percentage is 91.1%, and he has 2 shutouts. We're ready to go here. Prior Lake is in the white. Lakeville North in the black. Prior Lake will work right to left as we call the first period for you here from Dakota Ice Center. We are underway and the Lakers in control. Pass to the left side and it's Will Schumacher carrying in over the line. He takes a shot. Jacques out to challenge, makes the save. And it comes to the far wall. The Lakers try to work it around. Both of these teams ranked in our Youth Hockey Hub rankings, and we'll get to that in a minute. As over the line comes Kyle Dahl for the Panthers, playing it down, and it goes behind the net. And for Prior Lake, it's tipped ahead by Sam Rice, but not out of the zone. Now comes to the right point, and Enneback plays it down. That's Zach Enneback, number 15. The wall, now back to Enneback at the right point. He throws it in front, and they score! Lakeville North is off to a flyer here, 1-0. It's Chase Camilli scoring after only 40 seconds of play, and Lakeville North has the lead. Well, it took us 3 periods plus overtime to get a goal in the first game. We get one here in the opening minute as Chase Camilli finds the range to be his 2nd goal of the year. After only 40 seconds of play, Panthers up by 1, and Lakeville North in only 5 games so far has scored 20 goals.
Lakeville North goals for number 16, Chase Camilli. Assist number 4, Kyle Dahl. And number 15, Zachary Enneback.
Assist going to Dahl and Enneback at 40 seconds. Now played back to the left of the Prior Lake goal, and going after it there is Jackson Anderson, number 4. Brings it around on the far side. And now played behind the net, Jet Gibbons. Drops it up the slot. Here's a shot and a save made by Boshi as the puck came up. And it was put on goal by Wesley Brunello, who scored a couple of goals already from the defense position here for Lakeville North. Off to the early advantage. They lead at 1-0 here, and we get a face-off now to the left of Boshi in the Prior Lake end of the ice. And a back from the face-off. Plays it around behind the goal, swept around on the far side by Richard Karsten, and out to center. Here come the Lakers. Alex Bump, their leading scorer, over the line, and he threw it across. A little too far for Riley Duber, number 8. Crashing the wall. Now behind the net, it's picked up there. Levi Eider, number 15. He lost possession, and it's fed over on the far boards and back again. Now behind the Panthers goal. Now the Lakers are there to pick it up along the near corner boards. Bump tried to turn and play it around, and he did. And Enneback goes after it along the far wall, and the Panthers clear. It's brought in offside, but they are able to clear the zone now with 15:10 to go in the opening period. Played into the Prior Lake zone, and after it there is Ben Fanenstein, number 6. Around behind on the far side, Tanner Lyken, number 18, can't clear the zone. Now it's played back behind the Lakers goal. Fanenstein up the wall on the near side. It's going to be held in at the right point by Brunello. Now it's off the back of the net and comes to the corner. Pass up the middle is going to come out to center ice. And Lakeville North's Caleb Hurd, 24, rink wides to the near side. And then gets it back. Near side, Luke Paling shooting it in, number 7. And now cleared around along the wall, and the Lakers will get control in the left corner of their zone. They bank off the wall. Brunello backing out. Now it's picked up by Dahl, and he comes in over the line. For Lakeville North, they're changing, so he has no help. Dahl goes to the corner, and he's tied up there by Lyken. Comes around on the near side boards. And it's finally fished out of there by Pavek, number 12, Matthew Pavek for Prior Lake. He backhands it in, heads for the bench. 3 minutes gone in the first period. It's 1-0 Panthers as we play the puck out to center ice, and Simonson cannot play it forward, circles back for it and plays it, lost it to Brunello, who plays it ahead, and it goes off his skate to the far wall, finally shot into the Prior Lake zone, and we get a whistle. We're going to have an icing call because he did it from his own side of center ice. 13:47 to go in the opening period. 3:13 gone. The goal, again, Camilli's second at 40 seconds from Kyle Dahl and Zach Enneback. Clean win for Prior Lake on the faceoff, but the shot doesn't get through. Now it comes to the near side, and here's Schumacher trying to feed it ahead, but he lost control, and Spencer Brosh gave it up now, and here's Dahl. Right wide pass, Panthers break through center. Played into the zone, it's going to come onto the goaltender, sticks it away to the far boards. After it there, Will Emerson, and now the Lakers will angle it out to center ice. Schumacher down the wing. Will Schumacher going in, swings around, trying to wrap around, and it comes up the slot. And that after Sam Rice couldn't get a stick on it. Here's Enneback hitting the line, feeds over to the far side, and a drop pass back to him. Off the defense, now controlled, and here's Schumacher down the wing. He's got half a step. Schumacher going in, and he shoots, and a save made by Jacques as he is introduced to the inboards. Will Schumacher will get a face-off in the Lakeville North zone now after playing exactly 4 minutes here of the first period. Lakeville North lost 2 of its first 3, but has won its last 2. They won both ends of a doubleheader against Apple Valley on successive Thursdays, the 16th and the 23rd. So they're on a winning streak of 2 games. And a face-off coming up. Bump is on for Prior Lake. And now Caleb Hurd plays it around on the near side and out to center. And here's Luke Jack, the leading scorer for the Panthers, feeding to the left side. Here's a shot. Ooh, and it was changed direction in front and went past Boschi's goal on the left side. Now down along the wall, and it's going to be picked up there by Brodeen for the Panthers. Around behind the net, Brodeen looking to center it, and that's broken up. Simonson controlling for Prior Lake. Having trouble there. Plays it ahead for Bump. Now up the middle, off the skate, and it's Riley Duber playing it. Now back to Bump. He closes in, he shoots, and now blocker pad saved by Jacques as he tried to go short side there. Now along the far wall, it's Brodeen. Played around behind on the near side, and Duber and against the wall, can't keep control, and it's out to center. Here come the Panthers back. And now it's turned around and shot in deep by Brodeen. He heads for the bench as they finish a change. Fannenstein, near side, Duber. At center, Bump on his left. Duber shoots, and that goes off the defender and wide. Brunello off to the far boards now. Bump in there, and he lost possession. And here comes Lakeville North down the near wing. Wyatt Albrecht hits broken up and played outside the blue line on a rough ride there for Brunello from Bump. Now played on the far wall, and it dribbles out to center ice. And it's played ahead for Luke Paling, who's over the line. And now the goaltender missed the cutoff, came around on the near side, and they go to the boards on the near side. Simonson is after it, and it's dug out by Payak. Now a shot from the right point by Brunello, goes off the traffic, loose to the circle, and now the Panthers try to come in front again. Brunello closes and shoots, it changes direction again in front and goes past Boschi's post. Out of the near boards. Payak plays it ahead, it's going to come all the way down the ice into the Lakeville North zone. That'll be icing on Prior Lake, and we'll go back for a face-off. We have played just under 6 minutes to the opening period. It's 1-0. Shots are 3-2 for Prior Lake. But Lakeville North with the opening goal in the first minute of this game has the early advantage from the face-off. It is flipped between the point men right up the middle and played back finally by Jet Gibbons. Now Prior Lake's Rice over the line. Left a drop pass there for Schumacher. Tried to come in front. He goes down, and the Panthers control. Hayden Connick, number 23, had it knocked off his stick. Played back into his zone, and now Enneback on the right. His outlet pass is picked off by Kingery, and over the line, Justin Kingery on his backhand pokes it to the side. The net, a centering pass, and a whack at it there from Schumacher. And Jacques able to make the stop. Puck played into the Prior Lake zone, and going after it is Jackson Anderson. He reverses up the wall, and it's going to be held in there. Well, that's not actually, as Brunello Took it outside the blue line and brought it in offside. 6:43 gone in the first period. And a 1-0 lead here for Lakeville North. Our first game today, if you missed it, quite an interesting game as Chaska, ranked team in everybody's polls at this point, lost 1-0 in overtime to Totino Grace on an overtime power play goal after allowing only 7 shots on goal in the entire game to the Eagles. They come up with a power play goal after Chaska was called for too many men on the ice. And here's a shot that sails over the top back to our game by Jamison Klein. Now it comes to the far boards and it's poked ahead. Prior Lake trying to get out, and now they do clear to the near side. Fannenstein up the middle, and now over the line they come. Levi Eider, number 15, takes a shove there from Brunello on the way by. And now into the corner, controlled by Riley Duber, tries to drop it to the point. That's intercepted. Here comes Lakeville North. Klein plays it in deep, chasing after it there is Will Emerson. Fan on the pass, and now loose to the circle. Finally, Prior Lake does get it. Here comes Bump. Over the line, skate to stick, Bump going in. He centers it loose in the slot area, and Emerson had a whack at it and couldn't control it. As Bump, the near boards, pretty good size in that young man. Here's a shot now, and a rebound in front, and it's poked wide by Rice, as that was played by Justin Simonson first with a shot from the point. Now Bump out of the corner, over to the near side. Here's Simonson closing, shooting, and that is loose in front. Came off the goaltender, bumped there. He had a whack at it and it went wide. Now here's Simonson in control. 8:50 to go in the period. Bump behind the Lakeville North goal, comes to the far side with it, looking. Still has the puck. Still has the puck. Now he shoots. Jock with a blocker pad save off to the far boards, and Camilli will play it ahead, and it's going to come all the way down the ice and right onto the goaltender. So no icing as Simonson rings the net. Lakeville North gets it changed. Pretty good shift for Prior Lake there, but just not able to put it in the net, trailing 1-0. Behind the Lakeville North goal it goes. The Panthers break up the near wall for Dahl. And they'll play to center over the near side, and it's picked up there by Spencer Brosh, and he threw it across, nobody home. And the rebound clear but not out by Sheffield. Or check that, Blake Dickey, number 27. Now loose to the circle, Dahl centers, that's intercepted by Anderson, and here comes Prior Lake back, 2 against 2. And over the line they come. Centering pass is going to be picked off by Brosh. He put it right on his blade as the puck comes to the near side boards. Under 8 minutes left in the opening period now. And out to center it comes. Karsten, oh, he ran into his teammate and they go down, and here comes Lakeville North. Dahl closing, he shoots, and a save made by Boshi, but that's the best hit you'll see all day. Unfortunately, it was 2 teammates that did it, and now here comes Prior Lake down the far wing. It's poked back out to center, and here's Rice in control near side now to Fannenstein, and he angles it in. It comes up the slot, and it bounced, and Rice couldn't control it as Lakeville North picks control, and now out to center. They control it. Albrecht over to the near side and over the line. This is Wolf feeding it up the middle, and now the carom is controlled by Bump, and here comes Prior Lake back. Bump trying to weave his way in, and now has control in the near corner, banks it off the boards, comes to the left point. Here's a shot and a stick save off Fannenstein by Finn Jock over the glass and out of play with 6:55 left in the first. And we'll take a face-off now to the right of Finn Jock. Prior Lake on the season and lost 2 of its last 3, but defeated Minnetonka last Wednesday to get back to winning ways. From the draw, Bump controlling, and he can't now. He lost control, comes out to center, using his body well there to help his teammates win the puck back. Now a rink-wide pass to center for Levi Eider, and he'll relay it on in. Griffin. Gavin Griffin lost possession on the wall. Duber closing, he put it in front, and they score! Duber, and I don't know if that went off the defender or the goaltender or whom, but it is in the net, and that is what matters the most. Riley Duber for Prior Lake, and it's 1-1. His second goal. And the time of that goal is going to be 10 minutes and 28 seconds. That evens things up. And Enneback controls from the face-off for the Panthers. Bump and Eider getting assists on the goal. And we're going to get an icing call against Lakeville North here. Duber's second. And assists going to Alex Bump and Levi Eider. Bump now at 13 points on the season. Leads all players on the ice in scoring at this point. However, Prior Lake, of course, has played 2 more games than Lakeville North to this point. 6:19 left in the first. And now here's a shot from the face-off by Simonson, doesn't get through. And Prior Lake will try to come off the wall again. Now Pavek feeds the left point shot, deflected twice onto the netminder and sticked away. Now controlled by Jet Gibbons in the left corner. Now behind the net, he is knocked in against the boards, picked up there by Dickey for Prior Lake. To the left point it comes, Simonson, and that shot sails wide. Comes to the far boards, and Camilli, long pass ahead, and it's in the equipment of Justin Simonson. Finally, he turns and wins the puck with less than 6 minutes to go in the period. Simonson hits the line, 1 against 4, as his teammates are changing. Simonson plays it behind the net, and now Hurd out on the far side, clears, kicked back by Schumacher. Into the circle, Prior Lake trying to set up, and a steal of the puck by Kyle Dahl out to center, banks it ahead, a little too far for Connick, and Prior Lake will come back. Schumacher, and he lost out, trying to play it around the defender on that near side. It's controlled. Here comes Lakeville North down the wing, Paling, and he will take a sharp angle shot that goes through to the far side. Now Gavin Griffin at the left point. Lost out, played down to Paling in the corner, dropped up the wall, and controlled by Kingery. Rink wide pass to the near side for Prior Lake. Turned back immediately by Brunello. And with 5 minutes to go in the first period, Lakeville North tries the middle, pass to the left, nicely done. And here comes Duber over the line. Riley Duber, and a nice sweep check there by Dahl to knock it away. And Lakeville North controls a long pass to center ice, and we have a player shaken up, leaving the ice to not opt to play the puck. That actually was Hayden Connick. Now back into the zone. And Jacques sets it up, and the Panthers will flip one high in the air, and over the line, a shoulder check knocks Luke Jack down, and it comes into the far corner of the Prior Lake zone. And the Lakers with 4:14 to go, a long lob pass looking for Bump, and it's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing call on Prior Lake with 4:10 left. Evening session tonight, 2 games, St. Thomas Academy and Eden Prairie. An interesting matchup there. St. Thomas Academy has had a very difficult opening schedule. They're 4-4, and they take on the defending state champions, who are reinventing themselves after a very heavy graduation loss. They're also 4-4. They have some fine individual talent. They always do. And then our last game tonight, Moorhead takes on Edina, and that should be a very good game. And the puck comes all the way down the ice, and we'll go back for a face-off. These teams both in the top 25 in the Youth Hockey Hub rankings this week, as Prior Lake checks in at number 20, Lakeville North at 22. In the early part of the season, before you get to Christmas, when teams cross over and play each other in tournaments, you see some very interesting matchups. St. Thomas Academy has already played Hill Murray twice, as an example. Now a centering pass is blocked from the face-off, and it's now played to the near boards. And here comes Bump. Back over the line for Prior Lake. Bump is taken in against the boards, lost possession, but Simonson is there to help. Now a centering pass and a one-timer, they score! Riley Duber has scored his second goal of the first period, and Prior Lake takes advantage, and they lead it 2-1. Time of that goal, 13:23 of the opening period. And Riley Duber is off to a flyer here. Came in with 1 goal and so far has tripled his total on this season. Controlled from the draw, and here's Fanenstein. Let's get the announcement on the goal. Same players getting assists on the goal, Eider and Bump. And Eider came in with 2 points and now he's got 4. Play into the Lakeville North zone behind the net, and the Lakers come to the near side. Drops it back to the left point, and here's a shot by Fannenstein that goes wide. Now on the far boards, Camilli circling there for Lakeville North, back behind his cage. Fed up the left boards, and Brosh to center, and here come the Panthers. 2 against 2, near side, Dahl, toe drag, nice play, and he shoots, and a blocker pad saved there by Boshi, and he knocks it over the glass and out of play with 2:51 left in period number 1. Shots are 8-4 for Prior Lake, and the score is 2-1. So if you're into ratios, you're right on schedule here. We'll take a draw to the left with Trevor Boshi. And Prior Lake controls from the face-off. They can't get out of the zone, though, and it's now played over to the near side, and Prior Lake Sam Rice knocks down Wyatt Albrecht. Puck shot all the way down the ice. Oh, goaltender out, and he's a little slow on it as Sam Rice hustled in and made him make a play under pressure. As it comes to the near side, Albrecht will rink wide one in. We have a penalty coming. Oh! And a big hit along the near boards, which is just out of our view here, as Albrecht and Sam Rice, who had come together earlier in that shift, now started to go after each other, and they're going to get penalties here. Rice going for Prior Lake, and Camilli is actually in the penalty box for Lakeville North. And the time of the penalties is going to be 14 minutes and 35 seconds. Referee's having a discussion here, so we're going to face off now at neutral ice, and we'll wait for the penalties. There's no time on the board, so it assumes that they will be offsetting. Cross-checking on Enneback now, we're told. And Rice goes for roughing. 14:35 time of these penalties, and with 2 minutes to go in the first, Lakeville North tries the near side, and they rink wide one, and it's going to come all the way back in the Lakers zone. Anderson goes behind his net. Up the wall on the wrong side of Duber, and now Bump relays it out to center, picked up there by Hurd. Plays it ahead, over the line is Jack. Cuts to the slot, Jack's shot is deflected wide, and the Panthers play around behind the net, and a big hit thrown by Jackson Anderson, a shoulder check with some authority on it there, and he knocked down Luke Jack. Out to center, Bump will shoot it on into the zone, deflected down by Hurd, and now it's loose in the far corner with 1:20 to go in the first period. Now Lakeville North trying to work around Schumacher and Brunello going after the puck. It's played out to center, and now the Lakers gain control at neutral ice. Joseph Rice feeds it over to the right. Now a rink-wide pass looking for Schumacher, and he can't work towards the front of the net as we're in the last minute of play in the first period. Here's Brunello for the Panthers over the line. Brunello tries to put on a move there. Eider's having none of it as the puck comes out to center ice. Now back into the zone, Griffin. Long rink-wide pass to his blue line, and now a saucer pass tipped out of the air by Schumacher. It comes to the near boards with 40 seconds left in the period. It's in the Prior Lake zone, and out to center it comes. And here comes Eider. He's over the line. He left a drop pass for Duber, who has had the hot hand so far. Now a rink-wide pass to the near side for Dahl. 23 seconds to go, and Dahl will play it in. Lakeville North will finish one last change here in the period. Emerson behind his net feeds it to the far boards, and now here comes Duber at center. Steps past one, but not two. And the Panthers bring it back in over the line as Tyler Arneson's taken off the puck with 10 seconds to go. Lakers back, Bump down the near side. Bump takes it wide, sharp angle, centers it, loose, and oh, Duber had a half net to shoot at and somehow managed to avoid finding the back of it. Already had 2 goals in the first period, and we end the first period 2-1. Shots on goal, 8-4 for Prior Lake in the first period. They lead the game, as I mentioned, 2-1. We'll take a break to flood the ice and come back with our second period next. You're enjoying the 2021 Hockey for Life Classic presented by Tradition Companies here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time. Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time. Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time. Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry.
Back at Dakota Arena, we are through the first period of play. 2-1 Prior Lake leading over Lakeville North, and we want to say happy birthday to Riley Duber. He scored 2 goals already on his 18th birthday. So congratulations to the young man. A couple of milestones for him today, and if he should score a hat trick, so much the better for him, but you know, it could be his birthday every day then, and he certainly wouldn't mind as the second period is underway. And Prior Lake working left to right. Teams attack towards their benches here in the second period, and it's played into the Lakeville North zone. Outshot 8-4 in the first period. The Panthers scored in the opening minute. Now here's a steal as Prior Lake gains possession. This is Kingery feeding it. It comes back to him, comes to the far wall, and Dahl rink-wides it out to center. Loose at neutral ice now, and now played into the Prior Lake zone, and going back for it is Sam Rice behind the net. Sam and Joseph Rice on this Prior Lake team now played ahead, and Dahl over the line. He is taken in against the wall by Kingery. Now a pass up the middle is stolen, and Jace Camilli, who has the goal, lost out. Here comes Schumacher over the line. Schumacher closing, he shoots, and that goes off the defense over the glass and out of play. 55 seconds into period number 2. Camilli scored at 40 seconds of the first period for the Panthers, and then 2 goals by the birthday boy, Riley Duber. Of course, he's not a boy now, he's 18, so we'll call him a man. As we'll get a face-off to the right now of Finn Jacques in the Lakeville North goal. From the draw, Griffin behind his net, clears it. Brunello come up the wall, and Prior Lake's able to hold there. Brunello will try again the opposite way. Over and out of Griffin. To center, down with a glove by Anderson, loose in the center circle, and now it's shot on into the Prior Lake zone. Behind the net, Karsten comes up the near boards. And now the Lakers dig it out there. Duber with a spin move there. Plays it ahead, and now here comes Prior Lake. Eider ahead to Duber, and Eider got his stick up there with Brodin, and now it's played into the zone. Here is Duber shooting, and a stick save made by Jacques, and he puts it over the glass and out of play. First shot on goal of the second period, 1:44 gone in it, and we'll take a face-off. And St. Thomas Academy in Eden Prairie is the game at 5 o'clock, and then between 7 and 7:15 our nightcap. Moorhead and Edina. We're expecting a good crowd for that game, as well as a pretty good hockey game. In addition, Lakers in control. And tipped on in now to the Panthers zone to the right. Hurd goes after it, and he feeds the near wall pass to center. Played down, and now Hurd gets it back. Panthers play it in rink wide to the near side. Lycan goes after it, swats it towards the wall, picked up there by Spencer Brosh. Now behind the net, Brosh looking to ring the defense, plays to the right point. The defender fell on that side. Oh, Prior Lake picks it up and nearly had a 2-on-1 as defenseman lost his edge on that side, and it's played back into the Lakeville North zone, and a hit thrown in the corner. Pavek digs it out, tried to center, and it goes off the post, and now Pavek and the goaltender exchanging swats. Pavek poked at the puck underneath the goaltender's glove, and Jacques gave him a slash back. Referees say cool it, and no penalties are assessed. Prior Lake wins the draw, and here's a shot off the traffic by Schumacher. Now they come off the boards again. Pass over to the left side, and a shot deflected right on. Looking for a rebound there as the puck came to Fanenstein at the left point. Now Lakers come in front, and here's a shot and a blocker pad save as the puck taken there by Sam Rice and put on goal. Now Kingery over to the far side. Fanenstein in the circle shoots. They had Jacques ducking there. Karam comes out to the right point. It's picked up there by Will Emerson. Plays it down, and it's picked up and played behind the net by Josh Wolf, and now he can't get out. As the puck comes to the slot, Kingery pokes it towards the point, and it does come out to center and finally back into the Lakers zone. Here come the Panthers in. Albrecht in deep. He has a man in front, Paling, and couldn't get it to him. Now the puck to the right point. Here's a shot that goes wide of the goal. Paling after the carom on the near side throws a hit, and it comes all the way back into the Lakeville North zone, where it's picked up by Rice. Sam Rice trying to center it, and he is thrown off the puck as the bodies are starting to fly a little bit more physically here. Paling on the near side. He's stripped from behind by the Lakers' Schumacher, and over the line he comes. Schumacher still in possession, looking for help, comes in, shoots, save, rebound, and it's underneath Jock, and the puck comes up the slot, and Griffin Kranz has it now for Lakeville North. He sidesteps a check, and now Kranz plays it in deep, hustling after it as Boschee feeds it back to the near corner for Prior Lake. And down the wing they come. It's Sam Rice, and he is hit and knocked down by Ryan Brodeen. Puck comes to the corner, and now it's played around by Hurd to the far side with under 13 minutes to go in the period. Played down with a glove by Karsten at the left point. Now fed down, and here's Duber in the circle. Centers it. Bump was bowled over. Here's a drive right on from Jackson Anderson, and that is steered away. And now Lakeville North back 3-on-2 over the line. They feed up the slot, and a nice poke check there by Jackson Anderson, and now a pass down the near wing, and here's Bump. Cuts to the slot. Bump fires, and he missed to the far post. Goes after it, throws the hit, knocks his man flat. And now here's Blake Dickey trying to control it, and he does. Gives it back to Bump. Now to the left point. Here's a drive that goes wide by Lyken. Off to the near boards, and finally the carom to center ice. Duber turning there, and he gets it in deep now. And with under 12 minutes to go in the period, here's Brunello. He lost possession. Prior Lake getting it back. Took the center pass across the crease, and Joseph Rice not able to get there because the goaltender Jacques had just enough of it. And now it's picked up by Lakeville North, and they come back 3-against-5. It's shot in from center ice as Brodeen heads for the bench and a change. Follow up from the boards. We get a whistle, and we're going to get a stoppage in play here with 11:35 to go in period number 2. The first period goals still stand as the only goals of this game. Camilli and 2 from Duber. And we'll get a face-off now to the left of Trevor Boschee. Brosh on the face-off for Lakeville North, and a shot comes through to the near boards. Kind of working it out of the corner now. Dahl, oh, we're going to get a whistle and a penalty here as a player goes down heavily against the boards. And I didn't see that. My view was screened from it, but heading towards the bench for Lakeville North is going to be Chase Camilli. And the time of the penalty, 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Prior Lake on the power play. Roughing is the penalty. And Prior Lake's power play, 2 for 26 on the season, 7%. And Lakeville North killed off 15 out of 19. That is 78.9. Prior Lake, 90 seconds to go in this power play. Camilli for roughing at 5:39. Now played into the zone, and we're going to get a whistle. That puck played to the high stick, so we will get a stoppage in play. And now it's played all the way back into the Prior Lake zone from the face-off, and then going back for it is Anderson. 1:10 to go in the power play. 10:29 to go in the second period. And Prior Lake having trouble getting over the line. Now they do play it in. And now coming up the slot, working to his left. Schumacher feeds it across. Bump takes a shot. Save made by Jacques, and no rebound as Sam Rice was waiting and looking for one, and no such luck. Face-off coming up to the right of the goal. from the draw. Comes now to the far boards, played down by a leaping defender on that side. Duber now. Simonson beside the net. Gets it back, shoots. Blocker pad save. 40 seconds to go on the power play, and here's Kingery. Feeding it to the right point. Prior Lake working it around. It's Emerson dropping it up the slot. Now off to the far wall, back to Emerson. 27 on the power play. He shoots. Jock saves. It changed direction. And here's Joseph Rice up the wall. Dickey gets it back, leaves it. Simonson near side. Emerson shoots. Ooh, it's deflected again and right on. And a save made by Jock. Now the shots are 16-4 for Prior Lake. 5 seconds to go on the power play, and another deflection attempt for Kingery in front. Behind the net with 2 seconds to go in the power play. Emerson plays it across. Here's a shot, and that goes off the traffic from Simonson. And now Lakeville North is back at full strength, and they come out to center ice. Brodeen will play one on into the zone. Chasing after it is Kranz for the Panthers. Comes to the near side boards. 9 minutes to play in the second period, and now a pass out to center for Dickey. And he will shoot it in for Prior Lake. Jacques sets it up and leaves it behind the net for Brunello. And we come up on the halfway mark of regulation time here in a 2-1 game from Dakota Arena. Jeff Pappas with you with a call today here on the Youth Hockey Hub as Jackson Anderson goes back behind the net, lost possession. A centering pass knocked away, but comes to the near wall for Brodeen. Now played around behind the net. Kranz centers it. Follow. Hey, score! And Lakeville North's Chase Camilli has scored his second goal of the game. And we're even again at 2-2. Camilli scoring for the second time at exactly 8:30, so exactly at the halfway mark of the second period. The game is back on level terms. And Prior Lake comes back with a goal. Boy, just like that, that is a 3-2 game. I was just writing down the goal, which they actually gave to Enneback, which would be his second goal of the season, and Prior Lake comes back, and Jackson Anderson with a low bullet, and at 8:44, Prior Lake regains the lead. Jackson Anderson, that is his fourth goal. And Sam Rice with the assist, his first point of the season. Prior Lake comes back in, and Rice goes after it in the corner. He's taken to the boards by Caleb Hurd. And it's 3-2 for Prior Lake. They try to hold the zone. Kingery can't. And now here comes Lakeville North back. They bring it in, a centering pass. Oh, a solid goal post there for Jamison Klein as he made a bid for his first goal of the season. Now a shot headed wide of the goal, and Boschik puts a glove on it and gets a save. So Enneback at 8:30, Anderson for Prior Lake at 8:44. And it is 3-2 for Prior Lake. They win the draw. Prior Lake, and they play to the near side, and down the wing they come. And this is Alex Bump running out of room, peels off and plays it around, and it's on the dasher boards. It falls off behind the net, and the Lakers try to play it behind. Bump along the far wall, plays it to neutral ice, and now it's shot ahead by Jack, and we're going to get a whistle back at the blue line. And an offside, so we'll get a face-off with 7:10 to go in the second period. 3-2 for Prior Lake, and boy, we've had a fun one here so far. Rice gets the only assist on the goal from Jackson Anderson, as the defenseman now with 4 goals on the season and 10 points. Now a discussion here in the Lakeville North bench and the far side official. Now we're ready to go. And it's controlled and brought in by Dahl. Played around behind the net as Lakeville North, again, looking for a tying goal. Now Emerson feeds it over to the left side, and now a lob comes out to center ice, and it runs up the equipment of Rice, Joseph Rice, and comes down. Here come the Panthers back in. Playing it ahead is Jet Gibbons. Goes behind the net. Centering pass hit the back of the goal. Now comes off to the far wall, and they swat away at it. Justin Simonson in there for Prior Lake. And Dahl played down. A centering pass is steered away, but not completely. As Lakeville North putting on some pressure now. They come around the far side on a sharp angle shot. They score! What a goal that is! And that's a lovely play to make it 3-3. And that is Camilli. Having some trouble with 15 versus 16 on those jerseys, but Camilli scoring from a very sharp angle. Time of the goal is 10:33, and it's 3-3. Camilli from Dahl, and we're going to have a penalty on Prior Lake right from the faceoff. And heading to the penalty box is Will Schumacher.
Hey, let's go, White, let's go!
Time of the penalty, 10:37, so just 4 seconds after the goal. It's a power play for Lakeville North, and it's their first of the game. Tripping is the penalty. And Lakeville North 29% on the power play, 5 for 17 as it's played into the zone. We have a Lakeville North player breaking his stick. Brodeen has to go get a new one. Now it hits the broken stick, a drop pass, and now a centering pass in the slot area. Jack drops it off. Now Brosh feeds it across to the far side for Brodeen with the new stick, and it's picked up now and played all the way back into the Lakeville North zone. Prior Lake's penalty kill at 76.9%, but their specialty is shorthanded play. They have twice as many shorthanded goals, 4, as they do power play goals, 2. Now over the line comes Lakeville North. Here's a shot and a glove catch made by Trevor Boschie, and we'll get a face-off in the Prior Lake zone. 5:29 left in the second and 1:07 to go in the power play for Lakeville North. Schumacher has 2 of those goals. Alex Bump has 1, and Duber has 1. In fact, the only goal Duber had coming into this game was shorthanded. Now he has 2 of them today, both of those coming at even strength as we play through a 3-3 tie here in period number 2. Face-off coming up now to the left of Boschie. And it's now picked up and shot all the way down the ice. Right on goal, Jacques makes a stop. And Lakeville North behind the net will start up. 50 seconds to go in their power play, and down the near side comes Camilli. He plays to the middle, and they work off to the boards. Now here is Brunelli. Over to the far side. Back over to the near for Klein. Brunello, and he takes a shot that goes off the defender, Sam Rice, the up front defender, and it goes over and out of play. So we face off with 35 seconds to go in the power play, and 4:57 left in the second period. Shots turned 17-7 now, so Prior Lake with 9, and Lakeville North with 3 and 2 goals here in the second period. They dropped the puck, and they had a hard time getting people squared away here, so I'll do that again. Sam Rice on the draw against Brosh. Prior Lake controls, and they clear it back into the Lakeville North zone. Less than 5 minutes to go now in period 2 and a 3-3 tie. Now Brodeen over the Prior Lake line to the far wall. It's in skates now. And now stolen away finally by Sam Rice, and he plays to center ice. Enneback started for it. Dahl takes it. As the penalty comes to an end, Prior Lake has killed it off. And we're back to 5-a-side with 4:18 to go in the period. Dahl hits the line, goes around one defender, and the goaltender, Boschie, holding the post, made a stop there. Now Smith, Griffin. Now his pass across is steered out by Bump's skate and out to center ice. Lakeville North shoots it on in. It goes behind the goal, and it's picked up there by Kranz. And he's tied up. And now Bump for Prior Lake. Can't get out. Now Duber can't control, and here's Bump down the left. Over the line, Bump. Put on a little half-step move, comes around the goal to the near side. Then he centers it. Here's a shot by Duber, and he didn't miss there by much. Now here's Karsten laying it ahead. Got it back from Duber, kicks it to Duber as he and Karsten played catch for a minute, and now goes back behind the Lakeville North goal. 3:30 to go here in the period. It's played on out to center ice. Chasing after it there is Karsten. Played to the middle, and now Bump hits the line with two trailers. Bump. Toe drag hits the post. Oh, a solid post for Bump there. And now it comes back behind the Lakeville North goal. Griffin plays it up the wall, and it's held in. Here's Jackson Anderson shooting, and he tried to go high, and he put it over the top. Now to the left side, and Karsten plays it around on the near side wall from the boards. It's centered, and it comes all the way through. 2:50 to go in the period. Prior Lakes, Dickey goes behind the net, centers it. Bump tips it to the left point. Now here's Anderson at the right point, goes across ice, and it was bouncing on Blake Dickey, and now he is taken out against the boards, goes behind the net, and now Dickey 1 against 2. Good hustle there, and he stays with the puck, and he lets his teammates fish it out. Dickey from his knees comes off the wall, works in, and then he puts it over the netting and out of play. That's just some good hard work there. Blake Dickey, 1 goal, no assists on this season, but he was sure angling for one there, and we're going to get a face-off in the Lakeville North zone. As they say, that shot was tipped over the glass. 2:26 to go in the second period. Lakeville North has 3 goals on 8 shots in the game today, and now shot all the way down the ice, and going back for it for Prior Lake is Fannenstein. Now they come to center ice, and a erasure along the wall there as the puck comes back into the Prior Lake zone. Here's a race for it, and the Panthers will get there first, and Brosh centers it. It was deflected. Came through as Lycan knocked the puck away from Kyle Dahl, and it goes over the glass and into the bench area. We're going to get a face-off with minute 59 left in the second period. Boy, both of these teams have had great chances, and of course it's 3-3, so you know some of them are going in the net, but open game. We saw Lakeville North 3 on 8 shots. It'd be hard-pressed to top the Tino Grace, though, which was outshot 31-7 in their game against Chaska, and they won it 1-0. Back behind the Panthers goal to the near side, and now out to center, where it's picked up by Simonson, and he plays it on in. Karam comes to the right of the goal, and Jacques sets it up behind the net. Minute and a half to go. Pass at center is stolen by Emerson. Now played to neutral, and Brodeen into the Prior Lake zone. And now played rink wide for Schumacher, and he will bring it on into the zone, and he's going to be headed off there by Hurd off to the corner wall. Now played to the blue line and stolen away finally by Sam Rice, who's over the line. And then, a centering attempt by Schumacher. Now comes all the way out to center ice. We're in the last minute of the second period. Puck playing around on the boards to the near side. The Lakers trying to tip out. And Dahl finally lost possession, and Eider controls for Prior Lake. Pass to the left, just out of the reach of Schumacher, who has to catch up to it. And now comes out to center, and here comes Camilli. And we have a whistle, and behind the play, behind the blue line, we have a player losing his helmet for Lakeville North, and that results in a stoppage of play as Dahl had the helmet knocked off his head. Will face off at center ice. .36 seconds to go in the second period. And a 3-3 tie here in game number 2 of Hockey for Life. And Griffin backing into his zone. Rink wides to the far side. And with 30 seconds to go, the Panthers hit the line. And a steal, backhanded pass ahead to center by Eider is picked up there by Griffin. Right back into the Prior Lake zone. Back behind the goal now, and Karsten. Out to the far side, poked ahead for Bump, and then Bump is hit hard in against the boards, and puck is played out, and we have an offside called. As Alex Bump took a really hard hit from Annabach, and doesn't appear to be any of the worse the wear for it. Now Lakeville North is being denied a late change. 6 seconds to go here in the second period. And Bump starts ahead. And it's turned back to the Prior Lake blue line, and that's where the second period will come to an end. And our score after 2 periods is 3-3. Lakeville North and Prior Lake. Shots in the second period. Lakeville North had 4, 2-period total of 8. And Prior Lake had 11, a 2-period total of 19. And that's where we stand after 2. It's 3-3. Resurfacing and back with our third period. You're enjoying the Hockey for Life 2021 here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time. Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time. Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time. Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Period here from Dakota Arena, Dakota Ice Center. 17 minutes on the board, and Lakeville North and Prior Lake locked up in a 3-3 tie. Battle of South Suburban Conference teams here on the first day of the Hockey for Life Classic 2021. Shots in the second period, 11-4 for Prior Lake. The lead on the board, 19-8 in that department. We're still tied at 3. Camilli twice, and Enneback for Lakeville North, Duber twice, and Anderson for Prior Lake. Penalty box is empty as the third period starts, so we're 5 aside. Jeff Pappas with a call here as the third period is underway. Played over to the far wall, and we'll see Lakeville North rush in, and after it is Chase Camilli. Centers it from in deep. Loose, they score! No! The referee had literally pointed to the goal and then waved it off. And apparently it was underneath Trevor Boschee instead, and the referee waved it off. So we're going to get a face-off to the left of the Prior Lake goal. Nearly a shot. Really a goal on the first shot of the third period as Rosh will take the face-off against Sam Rice. And are explaining to the Lakeville North bench what was going on. Played over to the near wall, and now Prior Lake digs it out. Here's Rice. Sam Rice losing it, and it's shot on into the zone by Joseph Rice. Now behind the net, banked to the half wall. And now Sam Rice throws a hit, pins his man on the boards, played around behind the net, too far for Enneback. Now comes to the near side, and Lakeville North will pick their way out, and a long flip will come all the way back into the Prior Lake zone to the right, and that'll be icing on Lakeville North. 52 seconds gone here in period 3. See what else is happening here in other games. Hopkins has defeated Farmington 6-1 in the South St. Paul Premier, the consolation event, now played off to the left boards from the face-off, and it's dug out, fed right onto the blue line. Here's a shot right on from Karsten, and a save made by Jacques.
Go Lakers!
Wisconsin Rapids over La Crescent, 10-4. New Prague is leading Hutchinson 4-1 this afternoon. Detroit Lakes and Kitson Central, it's 3-2. They're playing that game in Fergus Falls. All kinds of games going on tonight, and we'll keep you updated on the scores as they roll in here on one of the biggest nights for high school hockey of the entire year. Play back in the right corner of the Lakeville North zone. Bump, plays it around behind the goal for Prior Lake. Off to the far wall, they swat at it, and it comes out to center. And Karsten backtracks, and then he had his pocket picked. And in so doing, Luke Jeck had his stick knocked out of his hands, and now here comes Bump over the line for Prior Lake. Bump closing in, centers it! Oh, they score! It's a hat trick for Riley Duber on his 18th birthday, and Prior Lake has a 4-3 lead. Fourth goal for Duber, and what a play by Bump to set him up. Time of the goal is 1:48 of period number 3, and it's 4-3 Prior Lake. Get the announcement. Only assist goes to Bump. Duber's 4th of the season, 3rd of the day. And Bump the only assist at 1:48. Prior Lake charged with icing, and we'll go back for a faceoff. And now the draw is controlled by Prior Lake. They play it around on the near side. And it's loose now against the boards. Enneback takes a shot. That's deflected down in front and played back over to the near wall as Camilli goes after it. Now Dahl taken in against the boards. And Prior Lake trying to play it up the wall here, but Dahl behind the net goes after it, and Emerson gets there first. Prior Lake, he flips it up the middle, and here is Enneback at center. Backhanding it over, and now Prior Lake will control over the line. And bowled over there was Kingery. Now it comes loose in front. Kingery down low, centers it, and trying to tip it home is Schumacher just off the edge of his blade. Now a spin and shoot there by the aforementioned Schumacher. Comes to nothing, comes out to center ice. Now rink widened, and here comes Lakeville North. Enneback down the wing, and his shoot-in was weak as Fannenstein picks it off. Comes around to the far side. He tries to go up the wall, and Eider can't control cleanly. Now the Panthers come around the net to the far side. Trying to center it there was Connick. And now it's loose along the wall behind the goal. Duber, he lost out. A penalty is coming here on Prior Lake as now another player falls behind the net, and now we're going to get the penalty called, and it's going to be a high stick. It will put Lakeville North on the power play with 13:41 to play. Time of the penalty is 3:19 of the third period, excuse me. And in the penalty box for Prior Lake is Riley Duber. Power play for Lakeville North, their second of the game. And it goes back all the way down the ice. Enneback will go behind the net. He is chased around the goal by Schumacher, who stripped it off him. Schumacher centers from a sharp angle, and it hits the outside of the net. And now back comes Lakeville North through center ice and Brodeen, and that's offside on the right as Jack was in too early. Face off at neutral ice. 1 minute and 34 seconds of power play time left here for the Panthers, who trail by 1, have been outshot 21-10 in this contest. St. Thomas Academy and Eden Prairie will play next. Brosh has been tossed out of the face-off. Played ahead at center ice a little too far for Kingery, and now Enneback goes behind the goal. He feeds the right side, and that is broken up in the circle there. Players will go to the boards for it, and Brosh is taken out along the wall, lost possession. The puck is cleared all the way back into the Lakeville North zone. It comes onto the goaltender, Jacques, and now with 1:08 in the power play, Enneback spins to get away from Sam Rice and now tries the near side. Pass to the left, and the Panthers play in is too far for Dahl. Back behind the goal now, Emerson feeds around on the far side. That's going to be held in on the wall, and now dancing around on the slot is Klein. He comes over to the near side and looking to get a return pass back. Here is a shot that goes wide by Jack. 40 seconds in the power play. It's behind the goal, and the Panthers try to come in front. A shot, the goal is off, and they're going to blow play dead here as the net has come off the magnets. 33 seconds in the power play, and 12:14 to play in the third period, and Prior Lake holding a 4-3 lead. Face-off will come to the right of the Lakers goal. Now from the draw, Panthers control. Brunello now plays it off to the circle. Bump can't control it. Was bouncing on it, now flipped ahead, and now here comes Bump with the player on the right, Schumacher. And he catches up to the puck, center, Schumacher fires, and he put it wide. But again, that transition from defense to offense, even while shorthanded, here comes Bump again over the line. Bump goes to the circle, now behind the net, and he's taken off, and here comes Klein back with 2 seconds in the power play. And now Prior Lake is back at full strength, having killed off the penalty. 11:36 to play here in the third period. And it's Duber behind the goal, fresh out of the penalty box to Bump. Now a pass to an open wing on the left is going to be picked up by the Panthers, and then shot right back in by Schumacher. Going after it now in the right corner is Hurd behind his net. Then he lost it, and Duber centers, bouncing puck, comes to the circle, and now the Panthers are able to bring it to center. Shot in by Albrecht. They are changing. Emerson, long pass up the middle, is tipped ahead by Joseph Rice, and that is still from his own side of center ice, so it's going to be an icing call. Under 11 minutes to play here in the third period. We await a very high-powered evening session here at Dakota Arena as the snow falls outside. We're told it's not nice out, but day for you to stay home and watch hockey on your stream as the puck played all the way back. And there'll be another icing call. Prior Lake, after this tournament, they play Edina actually tomorrow, and then they play Moorhead on Thursday in the 2:30 game. And then they are at Eden Prairie on the 6th of January. They host Shakopee on the 8th, Apple Valley on the 11th, and Burnsville on the 15th. So lots of home cooking here at the Dakota Ice Center for Prior Lake. Play behind the goal, now up the near side it comes, and out to center ice. Schumacher lost possession, and Jack will play it rink wide back into the Prior Lake zone. And closing in there is Brodin, and the puck goes over the glass and out of play. After this tournament for Prior Lake, I mentioned Prior Lake, excuse me, Lakeville North, they play Totino Grace tomorrow in the noon game here, and then finish up with Chaska on the 30th. And after the holidays, they have 5 games in a row on the road: Holy Family, Matamidi, Burnsville, Eastview, and Egan, before they're home again on the 18th of January against Farmington. So the opposite for Lakeville North as the puck bounces in their zone. Now played around and back into the neutral ice area. That is iced by Fanenstein, and we'll go all the way back with 10:16 to go in the third period. After the game, check out the Youth Hockey Hub Twitter, and Tony Scott will interview the player of the game Brought to you by the Tradition Companies. We thank them for underwriting these games, which enable us to make them free for you to watch. We thank the Tradition Companies. Play in the left corner now goes behind the net, and a pass up the middle, played down with a glove by Schumacher, and he carries it over the line. Schumacher forced wide by Hurd, goes behind the net, still in possession. He centers it, and it was just on the wrong side of Sam Rice as it comes back out to center, and then a big hit thrown on the near side. That knocks Dahl down as Lakeville North drives the net, and now played back behind the goal. Sam Rice again in control, sidesteps a check, comes to the near side to Schumacher, and Will Schumacher plays it in. He got past Enneback and now chases Hurd around to the near side. Here's Dahl, 9.5 minutes left. Klein hits the line and comes in, works to his backhand, now feeds it down behind the cage, and a hit there by Riley Duber. Now the puck comes loose, and here's Jack shooting, and it goes off the goaltender and over the top. I don't think Boschy had a good idea where that went after it came off him. Now puck comes to the near side, and players from both teams in. Finally Bump drops it to the middle, and it's picked up here by Duber. Duber plays it on in, now Klein. Now Jack over skates, loose to the near boards, and it's picked up finally by Brunello. Feeds it over to the left, and now Jackson Anderson buries a Lakeville North player in against the boards. It's centered, loose in the crease, and now it's played back past Griffin and all the way back out to neutral. 8.5 minutes to go. We're halfway through the third period. Here's Jack over the line, pass to the left, picked up by Wolf, and it's blown down on a late offside call. We'll get a whistle here with 8:24 left. And a face-off coming at neutral ice. Prior Lake holding the lead. Riley Duber's third goal of the game. He scored twice in the first period. And then again at 1:48 of the third. Face-off controlled by Prior Lake. Simonson tried to thread one through, nothing doing there. Back to the left corner, and it's Emerson. Now Simonson again plays it ahead, and it's going to be flicked back down by Enneback and out of play. Face-off coming up at neutral ice. Again, they're having trouble getting the center squared away. That's actually Jet Gibbons there, 19. Instead of Enneback, and now played to the high slot area in the Prior Lake zone. Finally it comes out, and Albrecht plays it back in, but Simonson is there to relay right back to neutral ice, so they're just happy to keep clearing here. 7:48 to go. Now Josh Wolf rubbed out there in the corner. Puck runs behind the goal. Picked up on the wall by Gibbons. Now he feeds it down low, a centering pass, and it came right through Connick. Now a follow drive, they score, and it's 4-4. And Enneback goes right over to the students and pulling his shirt by the logo, and it's 4-4. Enneback's second goal of the game and third of the season. Time of the goal is 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And we're even at 4-4. We'll get the announcement on the goal here. Albrecht gets the only assist as Lakeville North comes in again, and now there's a hit thrown by Jackson Anderson. Now Enneback on the wall, feeds it around behind the net. Comes to the near side, and a pass is on the wrong side of Schumacher. Comes all the way down the ice and onto Jacques. So Lakeville North 4 goals on 13 shots in this game. Pass to the middle and a kick save there, and he winds up getting knocked over the glass and out of play as Karsten got his skate on it and kicked it into the stands. 6:56 to go here. in regulation time. Our first game went overtime. Our second game might as well. See, that's reverse psychology. We talk about how, you never talk about how fast a game is going. But if you talk about this as maybe overtime, then, you know, it's reverse psychology, and then we won't have one. So, although overtimes are exciting for people, so. Over the line, here's Bump trying to latch onto it, and he can't. Jack plays it over to the left, but Bump is there to pick it off. He fans on a pass, comes to the wall, and now they're trying to dig it out, and Bump has it again. And his drop pass to the point is weak and picked up, and here comes Jack for Lakeville North. Lays it in rink wide towards the far side, and going after it there is Kranz. Loose behind the net, now chopped over to the far side. 6:27 to go. Jack again turns and throws it back in front, and it's picked up. Here comes Bump over the line. Bump forced wide, centers it, and nobody home. Puck is cleared all the way down the ice past Jack. That'll be icing on Lakeville North with 6:10 to go here in the third period. Take it all the way back down for another face-off. This one to the right of Finn Jacques. And they pull it right past Karsten, and he comes back for it. Karsten now plays out to center ice and loose towards the Prior Lake blue line, and Albrecht carries it in. Now a backhanded centering pass is intercepted and cleared to the near side by Pavic, and now in the circle. Wolf can't shoot. Now here's a drive right on and a save made by Boschie off to the boards. Puck poked out to center, played back in with men trapped, so Prior Lake picks it up. 5:38 to go, and they'll flip one to center. It's going to come all the way back into the Lakeville North zone, not far enough for icing, as Hurd behind the net having trouble there. Prior Lake trying to put some pressure on. Here's Karsten swinging it around behind the goal to the far side, and in against the boards. Pavic can't get through. Now here's Anderson closing in. Anderson takes a shot right on, and Jacques makes the save, pushes and shoves, and the usual fun stuff here as we get to the end of a close contest between rival schools. 5:12 to go in the third period and a 4-4 tie. Innebach's third goal from Wyatt Albrecht has tied things up here in the third period from the draw. It's played by Kingery. And he goes in against the boards with Brunello. Now teammates come to help out, and finally Lakeville North digs the puck out. Here's Dahl on the right, feeding the neutral ice and over the line, and it's offside. As they came back in, Brosh was in too early on the right as puck was brought in by Griffin offside. Face off with 4:54 left in the third period. Played over to the near side, and Brunello will shoot it on in and brings the boards behind the net, and a centering pass from the far boards from Camilli didn't work out, and now here come the Lakers over the line. Schumacher, and he is taken in against the boards. Now a centering pass loose in the crease, and oh my goodness, nearly getting to it there for the Lakers was Kingery. And now over the line, here's Camilli. He shoots, he scores! Camilli! His hat trick, and Lakeville North goes ahead 5-4 with 4:24 left. Picked the corner, and he now has 4 goals. Chase Camilli at 12 minutes and 36 seconds of period number 3 in Lakeville North. Leads it for the first time since 1-0 at 5-4. And we get a timeout taken here by Prior Lake. We got the announcement here. Brosh and Dahl getting assists. And it is a 5-4 game for Lakeville North, trying to improve to 4-2 on the season. And we'll see what Prior Lake has in store here. As they have again fallen behind. Lakeville North 5 goals on 15 shots. Prior Lake 4 goals on 22 shots. This has been a good game. East Grand Forks and Hermantown tonight has been postponed. Will not be played. Presumably there's a protocol there. Mora over Ely 8-1 at the Bill McGann tournament. Another final score. Northern Edge over Marshall 7-2. New Prague leading Hutchinson 5-2 late in their game. And now with 4:20 to go, Prior Lake trying to find a tying goal. A pass too far for Bump on the left. Comes into the zone and it's going to come onto the goaltender. And we're going to get a face-off as Jacques gets the stoppage with 4:13 left. So an offensive zone face-off with the number 1 line for Prior Lake. As Chase Camilli completing his hat trick. Now off to the far boards, it's Bump. Turns, shoots, Jock with a stick save. He snuck that one through, and it comes to the near side and finally out to center. And here comes Lakeville North. Camilli closing in, put a move on Anderson. And now goes around behind the goal, where it's picked up by Brosh for Lakeville North. Now a shot is blocked and it rebounds out to center. Anderson plays it ahead, and it's shot on into the zone by Eider, who goes after it. 3:40 to go. Puck runs towards the right point, and it's going to be returned down to the wall. And there is no Prior Lake player on that side as they're finishing a change. Now it comes out to center, and Bump is there to steal it. He played it right through Brosh's feet and comes over the line. And then he finally had it knocked off his stick by Brodeen. Now a close in steal, and Prior Lake picks it up again. Kingery leaves it. And now Prior Lake will set up in the offensive zone. Sam Rice leaving it there, and it's poked out to center. Bump against the boards. Now played across, and here is Simonson shooting it ahead into the zone. Off to the far boards, it's cleared, and between the defenders, here's a race for it. Jack after it, he goes down, and now controlled on the right side by Emerson. With 2:49 left, long pass up the middle, and that's knocked back in by Jack. Chasing after it is Simonson in the right corner. And now the Panthers get possession behind the Prior Lake goal, and that is Connick. Puck to the wall, Simonson trying to play it ahead, and finally the Lakers do carry to center ice. Sam Rice over the line. Rice behind the net, then pokes it back, trying to find Schumacher, but it's too far, and it's cleared back into the Prior Lake zone. 2:14 to go. It's not going to go far enough for icing, as it's picked up there by Karsten. And now a long pass down the ice is deflected, and it's picked up by Griffin in the left corner with 2 minutes to play as of right now. Along the wall, Anderson has defeated down. Anderson then lets his teammate come through, Levi Eider. Now Bump is in there again, and it gets past the defender, Anderson, on the right. Here's a race for it, and it's a 2-on-2 over the line, a centering pass. Dahl lost his edge and fell, and it's controlled now by Duber for Prior Lake. Down the wing, Duber puts on a move, goes in deep, comes around the near side, and the goaltender is off with 1.5 to go. Duber fires, and now cleared off to the far wall. Camilli plays it ahead. It's going to go all the way down the ice, and will it go far enough for icing? No, it will not. And with 1:20 to go, it's played to Bump at center ice, and he backhands it into the zone. Going back behind the net, it's Jacques feeding it off to the near wall. Bump steals it, comes in, and he tries to center, goes back down behind the net, and finally it's cleared. It's heading towards the open net, and it will just go wide. It's an icing call with 1 minute and 1 second to go. Prior Lake has used its timeout. So now Lakeville North is going to use its timeout, which with that first line having just taken a shift, I think might be doing Prior Lake a favor. We shall see. 1 minute and 1 second to play, and a timeout will give everybody a chance to catch their breath. And a good third period, 3 goals. Duber's fourth. Made it 4-3 for Prior Lake, but Enneback and Camilli finish up for Lakeville North. They tie and go ahead with those 2 goals. And with 1 minute and 1 second to play, Lakeville North holds that 5-4 lead. But again, 5 goals on only 15 shots for Lakeville North. 2 goals on 7 shots in the third period. They have outshot Prior Lake 7-5 in this session. And now here we go. Duber will face off. Now Enneback and Bumper in early on the near side face-off win, controlled by Anderson. Works to the high slot. Anderson fires, save, rebound! It's loose in a scramble. Duber had a whack at it, and it's underneath the goaltender. Now Duber, and we're going to get pushed and shoves in. All kinds of activity in front of the net. The defensemen stay above the dots, though, and that's important to keep the face-off in the Lakeville North zone. And now we're going to get penalties here with 53 seconds to go, so it's 16:06. We will get penalties. It'll be Duber and Camilli for their respective teams at 16:06. Face-off will come to the right of the goal. Now Bump controls from the face-off. Over to Anderson. Shot. Now we get a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty on Prior Lake, I think, as yes, that is what's going to happen. We have Joseph Rice skating to the penalty box. He goes for cross-checking. With 44 seconds to play. So the time of the penalty, 16 minutes and 15 seconds here of the third period. And it brings the face-off all the way back, and it brings the goaltender back into the net. Power play here for Lakeville North. With 44 seconds to play as they try to hang on to that win, or that lead, I should say. It's not a win yet. Puck down, and the Panthers control. Now behind the net. Cleared off to the boards. Dahl is taken in against the wall with 30 seconds to play. And Bump digs it out, and here comes Prior Lake, and there goes the goaltender again. Bump comes over the line, and then he lost possession. It's taken behind the net and finally banked off the glass, and it goes into the bench area. And that's going to bring a face-off in the Lakeville North zone with 18.7 seconds to play in the contest. Here we go. Face off to the far boards. 15 seconds to go, and they dig it out, and Simonson tried to come in front, lost it. Bump steals it, And it comes to the boards with 7 seconds to go. Simonson can't dig it out, and it's going to go to the corner and behind the net. And Lakeville North will win this game 5-4. They improved to 4-2 on the season and drop Prior Lake to 4-4 themselves. Good win for Lakeville North, a very difficult loss to absorb for Prior Lake, playing on home ice and losing a third period lead in the process. So that's a tough one, but we'll see how they rebound in their 2 remaining games in this tournament. Shots in the third period for Prior Lake, 7, a 3-period total of 26 for the game. And Lakeville North also with 7 for a game total of 15, and that is where we stand. Our second game is over. Lakeville North defeats Prior Lake by a score of 5-4. And we'll see you for St. Thomas Academy and Eden Prairie. That game scheduled to start at 5. It's probably going to be a hair late, but right around that time. And be sure to check out our Twitter feed. Tony Scott will interview the player of the game coming up, and I can see that skating over to him is Chase Camilli. So he of the hat trick. That'll do it for us, and we'll see you shortly for game number 3, Hockey for Life, here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.